Yo, Ching Ching representing, and me I represent the Yaadie podcast. But I don't me finna talk. Ching.
Yo, people, wagwan. Welcome back to the Yaadie Links podcast. You don't know this, your host, Kamar Sky. And if you're just a tune in for the first time, this is the podcast of people who move from one place to the next, people who migrate, immigrants like myself, forward from yard, move from Jamaica to US. And, there's a certain amount of, certain struggles, certain things they go through. Immigrants, a lot of immigrants go through. So this is the podcast I will talk about experiences with adjusting and all that. So if you're new to the thing, like, comment, share, subscribe. Thing up on the Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube, and you have it on Amazon too. So tell a friend to the Yaadie Links podcast up and running. So big up to all of the linky them. And that's gonna be the collective name for everybody who support all of my subscribers them. Me linky them, you get me? Yaadie Links, linky, yeah? Alright, cool. So this episode I have 5 things everybody need to do when them just migrate, right? Usually me either share my experiences or my link up with one of my linky. You see what I do this? Linky, link up. Right. Anyways, usually I share experiences or I link up with a friend and we talk about their experiences like my recent episode. But today I have some knowledge for impart upon and I have 5 important things that everybody need to do ASAP as soon as they move to the US. So if you just move or you're about to move or you just want to listen to hear what my officer with the info, tune in. Now, before I get into these 5 things, I want to preface this by saying that this is geared towards mostly adults. So if you're 18 or older, you definitely want to tune in. And the reason I'm saying this is geared towards adult is because, if you're a teenager, if you're, younger than 18, more than likely, you have parents to guide you. So you probably already have this information. Plus, you go high school and you might learn some stuff there too. So as adults, people who probably never even traveled before and them first time traveling was when they're migrating, you might definitely want to listen to what I have to say, cause you might, a lot of times you're gonna realize that when you migrate, you have to take initiative. You have to put in like actual effort yourself as an adult to get things done. And a handout, like them say land of opportunity, but you have to work to make things happen. You have to put in the work. You have to take initiatives. You have to just go out there, get the info, and make the best of it. So listen up, I have 5 things for you. First thing first, just touched down in the airport, fresh from yard and you're there. Immigration officer stamp up your passport and say you're good to go, and you meet your family outside the airport and then bring you home to your new home where you go there for the time being. And all the family members who already there here, them come look for you, them glad them see you, and most of them come for the things where you forward with the food and whatever you bring from yard still. But after that little excitement done, 3 days to a week or whatever, first thing on the list you need for secure is your green card. And you would think this come like just automatic, which it should, but you definitely want to follow up on that. You want to make sure it's everything right as far as that goes. You definitely need your green card. So wherever is on file for your mailing address, you need to check with that address and make sure that your green card is in the mail. And a lot of times, the address on file for your mailing address might not necessarily be the address that you are staying like physically, because that was the case for me. My uncle did actually deal with all that, but me did live with my cousin, so I have to make sure any kind of important mail if it come from U.S.A. I check with him to make sure I get that. So you want to follow up and get your green card secured, because that is what is the proof that you are a resident here. And it can take up to 90 days if you get it, and a lot of times I can realize this with government people, government business or offices. 90 days are for them slogan. That's their go to, like anything for process. They must say, yo, 90 days I processing time. So you can look out for that from even other places, but it can take up to 90 days for your green card to get to you. So if it gets to, like, you see 2.5 months pass and you're not receiving anything, that's the time when you want to do your own, take initiative. As I've been saying, take the initiative, give them a call, say, hey, like, you've been expecting it, you've been here from wherever, from whenever, and you're just wondering if everything's good with that. Cause if you don't receive it, you might end up in a problem. Cause I was lucky enough. I got mine 2 weeks after landing. My dad was a completely different case. Like, apparently it came in the mail, but he didn't get it. And what happened is he had to reapply for the green card and go through the whole process again. You know, file the application, pay all those fees, biometrics, all them thing them they have to go through again. I mean, him could have traveled, but it wasn't really convenient. Every time he wanted to leave the country, he had to get permission. So to avoid all of that hustle, you just make sure you keep up with the time frame with when you land here, and just reach out to them if needs be, and secure your green card. All right, cause that is your gold card. So I think that's why it's green for real. But anyways, next up on the list is your social security number. And this is your barcode. This is the IRS number. This is the number you're gonna need to get a job. It's the number you're gonna need to get, establish like a credit history and them things. If you're a Jamaican like myself, you're familiar with the tax registration number, TRN, the social security number, or SSN for short. That is, that's the equivalent over here. You need to secure this because you're going to need it in almost everything else, like just that one number. You may not even need to walk around with the card ever, but you definitely need to make sure you have a number that you can use. And this, they say, could take like anywhere between 2 to 4 weeks. Yeah, I guess this one is not 90 days, but 2 to 4 weeks from landing, you're supposed to get this. So if 1 month pass and you not get it, I mean, it might be, you may have to check with the social security office, or it might be a case where you even have to apply for yourself. So make sure you check up on that as well. So you get your green card, you get a social security number, and then you gotta get number 3, your bank account. I'm trying to put this in an order where stuff flow, cause you can't get a bank account without your social security number, and you're probably gonna need some form of ID, which you could use your green card just to prove your residence, or whatever. But I mean, you're gonna need a bank account regardless. Reason? To put some money in. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, at some point. And you can use this when you eventually get a job. You can have your direct deposit set up to this bank account. I mean, as you go along, you can open other accounts, but you definitely are gonna need a bank account, and it's pretty simple for start one up. The requirements I'm gonna share with you: typically social security number, a valid ID, which again you could use your green card or your passport, and minimum deposit. So when you're fresh from yard, everybody glad for see you, 'cause everybody want the food that you bring up on something. That is the time you have to strike within that time. So make sure, so them first 2 weeks that when you're fresh in that place, you ask your uncle for $10, your auntie for $10, your big cousin for $10, cause I think a $30 like the minimum deposit for open the bank account. So if you come here and you're broke and you don't have no money, you just make sure you say you secure that from early, cause after you give away all of the food, after all of the yardness done, like you get knocked. So you have to secure them things there when you're fresh from yard and you still have the yard scent, cause that is a thing. Cause when you move from when you fly out go home for vacation, you have the foreign scent there and everybody flock to you because them know you're just fresh from foreign and you must have something for them. You have the yard scent too when you come up because somebody want roast breadfruit, Somebody want fish, fry fish. Somebody want what the things them people always want. Um no, maybe seasoning or something. Aki. Yes, everybody nice with them time then. So when you're fresh from yard, at them time they have to take advantage, man. So when you just come for the first time, when you just migrate for the first time, and you move. That's a migrate for the first time. Like you can only migrate once when you. Anyways, when you land in a place first time, them time they take advantage and you get a little. Cause them man know say you not really depend nothing, So them we have more. Them we have more lenient and more giving. So take advantage of that and. 'Cause after that pass, whereas when I get that job, they by your own, so when they fresh in that place, you know. Yeah, carry on a little collection plate, man, and get some money and start your bank account. Alright? So you secure the bank account, you have your working documents, you have your social security number, you have proof of residence where shows say you can work in a place and you don't need no permission. You don't need no additional sponsorship or nothing. So that means next thing you need is a job. Do I need to explain why? Remember, these 5 steps that I'm giving you is for adults. It's not for kids. It's for adults. And you're on your own. Like nobody now go take care of you. I don't know. You might just have nice family, but every immigrant me know, them just come here and them know say yo, a business time, a time for get to work, time for make some money. So but no handouts in the day, so you have to go look work. You see me? So that a number 4 upon the list. You gotta get a job. You can. We live in a digital world now, so you can just start from your phone, start from the computer, just go up on Google and Google jobs at whatever zip code you live in or whatever zip code you want to search up. You gotta do that. So online Google, you have Glassdoor. That one next website you can go and filter jobs based on the industry. Or whatever you will look for. You can go on Indeed, similar to Glassdoor, and there are other similar places you can go online. And also you can just do it old school, man. You can just, if you're going at the actual business place and talk to people, ask them, yo, are you guys hiring? If you go to like a retail store, like a Publix, a Kroger, Walmart, or something like that, or like you go on a mall. Remember, you just start, you just want to get little money and kickstart the thing, so you can apply in places like in ways like that. So that covers getting a job. Yeah, get a job for make some money, for putting in the bank book and pay your taxes with the social security. Alright, so everything kind of connect, right? Alright, so before me jump to the 5th thing on the list, yo, like, comment, share, subscribe. The thing they on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon, and they on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube right now and I watch the thing, comment anything you think may leave off the list, or anything you think might be important for somebody to know, like a new link, anybody who just a forward in that place and might need some information. Comment it in the comment section and just help. We have to help out each other. We are immigrants and we have to look out for one another. So if you have information that might be important, just drop it in the comment section, man. So number 5 is driver's license. A driver's license is important. You can also use that as a form of ID. And really and truly, number 5 is kind of like a driver's license or a state ID. Typically, a state ID number and your driver's license number are the same. But the thing is, like, you can use your driver's license as an ID, but you can't use your state ID as a driver's license. So I think if you're gonna get one, I don't think there's a need for both. If you're gonna get one, it's best to just get the driver's license. Um, but if you can't drive, you might have to just stick with the state ID. And if you can't drive, it's a good time for learn to drive because I feel like you're gonna realize pretty soon that it's best to have a vehicle and it's best to be able to drive yourself to wherever you need to go. Now I'm going to give you the requirements for getting a driver's license. And I think this is typical, like just the basic, the essentials in any state. First thing first, you're going to want to find your DMV, which is Department of Motor Vehicle. Again, I'm in Georgia right now, and them choose to call for them thing different. It's DDS instead of DMV, and DDS stand for Department of Driver Services, and that's where you're gonna get the application started. Some things you need to expect are you'll have to pass a vision test. So if you wear glasses or if you need contacts, you definitely need to wear it at the time of your test to at the time of your application to pass that test. Otherwise, I guess it's just automatic failure. So make sure you get that done before you pull up to the DMV. Next, make sure to bring documents. You're gonna need an ID. You need an ID. Forget the ID. Crazy. What I mean is like your green card. You definitely bring your green card, cause that is what happened is when you eventually get the license, they use the green card as to determine the length, the duration of your license. So you know the issue date to the expiration date. Your green card kind of determine that, and when you get your green card, it's like 10 years. So a lot of times, or for me at least, I think they just gave whatever year my green card expired. They just put that on the license. Your social security number again. So the number two thing on the list. Number one and number two on the list. You see, you kind of need it in every step so far, from 1 through 4. I know we're at 5, and you still need it. So that's the importance of making sure that soon as you come here, you try to make sure those things are in order. So green card and social security number. And then next thing is residential address, and they need this just to prove that whatever address you put in on the application, that you actually live there, or them really want to know say you live there. So what I think you could use is whatever mail that your green card came in, you just save that, and you can just show it to them that, hey, like, this is where this particular mail with your information, your important info came to. You can't. The social security number is the same thing that comes in a separate mail, so you can't even use that. Or you can look online, see what other kind of I think they usually have like a list of documents that you need. So you can find it online and see what else them need. But I think in essence, as far as document goes, you definitely need your green card, your social security number, and them things I'm just tell for residential address, you can use that. Next thing is there's going to be a knowledge test, and this is basically just test about, like, make sure you understand what the road signs are, the laws of the road. Essentially, like, you can go online, you can do some practice exams, practice quiz. If you could already drive from wherever you're coming from, it probably easy breezy, except there might be some some symbols that you're not familiar with, or also might just be different because we drive on the right hand side, you might drive on the left hand side where you come from. Just read the book, they have the driver's manual you can read, or as I said, just go online and practice some quiz. After the knowledge test, you're going to get an instruction permit, and really you can use this instruction permit in the meantime. Like, so after you're going to do the knowledge test, after the knowledge test, you'll schedule an appointment for the practical, the road test. In the meantime, you'll get your instruction permit, and you can use the instruction permit to to like practice, like go and drive with the family member who will bring you around or whatever. You can have them in a car with you while you get used to the road. And then you can ask them, yo, you kind of know the typical things them I go test you on for the road test. The typical, parallel park, what, 3-point turn, all of that stuff. Reverse, go forward. Just it's basic, it's simple. You can pass it. If you can already drive, you can definitely pass it. And if you can't drive, like just some practice and you'll pass. Those are the 5 things. You have green card, social security number, bank account, get a job, and driver's license or state IDs. Those are the definite 5 things that every adult, as soon as you move to America, you need to get that done. And I have a 6th thing on the list. Yeah, I know I said 5, but I guess you could call it a bonus because enough people don't know this, enough man don't know this. But this is for males specifically. Woman, them lucky them get away with that one. The 6th thing is selective service registration. What the selective service is, you sign up, and if war pop off and them need some extra hands, if you go bust some guns, them will draft you and you have to go in the military and go bust some guns too. So that's pretty much how I break it down. But officially still, it is the U.S. government is authorized to temporarily expand military through conscription. That's the fancy word them use. Really, they must say, yo, them can just force you for go a war for them. And it's actually a U.S. law that, yo, every adult male between 18 and 26 should register or need to register. And what them do to force people to register is certain benefits. You can't go get that. So like certain jobs, I mean state or federal jobs, you're not gonna be eligible for those. Also, if you're planning for go college, like the student loans and the grants, you're not gonna get those either. And I mean, you definitely need the grants. So I registered, and luckily, like, yeah, them never draft for me, but I would say, yo, you should register just for stay up on the good side. You know what? You never know what might happen where you might need the benefits that not registering will prevent you from getting. So there you have it, people. 5 things plus a bonus, if you want to call it that. First thing, green card. Second, social security number, bank account. Then you get a job. Then your driver's license or state ID. And the bonus number 6 is selective service registration. These are basic things, but you might be surprised that some people even they are things. So yo, like as soon as them forward them to make sure say yo them secure the social security number and them thing there. And remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, and yo, wanna comment, yo, if you're a seasoned immigrant, if there's something you think that I left out or something I could have added, just comment it in the comment section so somebody who about to move or somebody who just moved can read that and just get onto. Maybe I even learned something from you. So I encourage you, use up the comment section, man. More so what I have to say. So that is it, man. I don't know my thing go.